Nick Aldis goes on Instagram, and he announces Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre is official for the WWE Championship at Saturday night's main event. So I start going, okay, and thinking about the match and where both these characters are at and how it comes off, how it could go down coming off of SmackDown and all that. But then I go, well, those are two massive matches, right? You got CM Punk and Jey for the vacated World Heavyweight title and Cody and Drew for the WWE Championship. A lot is going on right now, and you could argue maybe in both those matches you have stuff happening where it hasn't been planned for months because you have injuries kind of, orbiting both of those matches where it's like, okay, but this is what we've got. And they're massive matches. And I think odds are when things get changed up in WWE, a lot of times big stuff happens, right? That's how it's like, okay, well, we can't do this. Let's do something even bigger. And so now I'm going, okay, well, I was sure CM Punk and Jey Uso was going to main event Saturday night's main event. But now I see this, and I'm like, man, Cody and Drew for the WWE Championship. It's hard for me to not see that as a main event. It's also hard for me to not see a new World Heavyweight Champion being crowned as the main event. So then somebody calls up and brings up the idea of the Punk or Jey not getting the title, of there being some kind of schmazola or whatever it is, and they could go on first that way. And at first, my instinct is, this is a terrible idea. You vacate a title, you set up this match, you don't pay it off, that's horrible. But then I sat with it, and this happened in real time as we were sitting right here. I sit with it, and I go, oh, wait. You could do Cody and Drew to main event Saturday night's main event. Open with CM Punk and Jey. Frankly, you could open with CM Punk and Jey even if you have a clean result.
Yeah.
Like, opening matches are huge now. But I go, but it would kind of make sense if Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed ruin the title match. Like, if Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed come in, they make it, they cause a no contest. They beat everybody up. Jimmy can be at ringside. They beat him up. They beat Jey up. They beat CM Punk. Everybody just wiped out. And I go, it especially makes sense because War Games is coming up.
Yeah, and you know who else has been sort of lurking that we've almost forgotten about?
Who?
Brock Lesnar.
Well, yeah. You think Brock comes out at Saturday night's main event?
Maybe.
I mean, crazier things have happened. It's building to War Games, and the idea of Brock in War Games is something that I think we're all talking about.
And he and Paul needed to talk, and then he came out and introduced
Oh, they're on the
Brock
same
Lesnar.
team.
Yeah.
They're on the same team for sure. I just thought, I think that's very possible. But I just thought looking at it, I'm like, we're also in this unique position where all the baby faces hate each other.
I know.
Like, Jimmy and Jey aren't getting along. Jey hates Punk. LA Knight hates Jey. It doesn't seem like Punk and LA Knight are great friends. Like, all the baby faces all kind of hate each other. But if the Vision comes in and disrupts this whole match, then all of a sudden it gives them a reason to be on the same War Games team. Where if this wasn't happening, like as of now, I don't even see how Jimmy and Jey could be on the same War Games team, let alone any of those other guys. But if you did have the Vision ruin that match, then you would create a reason to get the baby faces together on a team, and now you're starting to push towards War Games. I don't know what you do in that case with the title, but at least
does it stay vacated? I mean,
if it's a no contest,
I guess.
And I also said that I don't like a vacated title.
No, not for long.
No.
Obviously, it'd have to be vacated.
You got to do what you got to do. But just the idea of it's floating up there, I don't like it. I mean, maybe there's a way. I mean, I think this is kind of dumb. But like, you could do a thing where in War Games, whoever makes the pinfall, whoever scores the decision gets the title.
I don't love it.
No, me neither, because then you got everybody fighting over who gets to make the pin.
Yeah, and then you really can't have guys truly on the same page.
And it feels like a hat on a hat a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need an extra thing. Maybe you just do a rematch on Raw then. I don't know what you do, but it would, unless.
Or you could have whoever wins the title, and then chicanery happens afterwards. Maybe the revision comes out, and they beat the crap out of Jey or Punk or whoever, and then maybe Jimmy comes to help Jey, and then you go, oh, wait, there's been problems, but the brothers still are brothers. They're helping each other.
Or Punk wins the title. And then before Jay's even gone, the Vision comes out.
Yes.
So you've got the opportunity to beat everybody up anyway.
And then you have the Paul Heyman's best friend dynamic with CM Punk
and
the revision. I like both.
Yeah. Yeah, that way at least there's a champion. It's the same result, but at least there's a champion. 877-344-4893. Megan Morant's in here with us today on Notsam Wrestling Live. Shane in Connecticut. What's up, Shane?
Hey, Sam. I just had a quick...
And Megan.
And Megan. Hi, Megan. Hi, Megan. Sorry.
Say please.
So I just had a quick proposition for a potential War Games match. I don't think it's anybody's cup of tea, maybe, but I think it's been slowly building. What do you think about the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs?
I think the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs is an awesome Survivor Series match. I think it's an awesome team match. But the fact is that you have built War Games up as a main event level attraction. And, if the Wyatt Six and the MFTs were in that world title picture, okay, maybe we could have a conversation. But right now, all that really matches is the numbers. Like, they've got the right amount of people to do a War Games match. But, War Games is the main event of the show. It's the top of the card. It's where, CM Punk returned. It's where the Bloodline had one of their best performances. And I don't think that either the Wyatt Six or the Solos MFTs are positioned to be that team right now.
All
right. Well, I sold him. Frankie. But you know what I'm saying, right? It's like, and I would love it. I love traditional Survivor Series matches.
I've been texted a couple times, MFTs versus Wyatt Six. And again, I like the match.
You gotta change your number.
Everybody. I know.
If somebody texted that to me, they get a green bubble back. Did he block me?
You block numbers of bad ideas.
Yeah, I do. Because I can't have that in my life.
No.
Not to my phone. That's my safe space.
Listen, you have to set boundaries.
I do. Those are my boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
If you got
no bad ideas.
Yeah, but some bad ideas. Just not on my phone. You can have them. Just don't share them with me. But I do think it'd be a great Survivor Series match. I would love it if they brought back, like they did the men's War Games match, the women's War Games match, and then they did a Survivor Series elimination tag between the Wyatt Six and the MFTs. I think that would be great. But the other thing about the MFTs is that they are focused on titles in general. Mm-hmm. So you've seen, it's actually been very interesting because they have two sets of rivals. Like you're watching the MFTs have this rivalry with the Wyatt Six, but at the same time, they have this rivalry with this other team that's kind of randomly formed, which is Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ilya Dragunov, and Rey Fenix. Like, they jumped all four of those people as well.
And The Miz.
But Miz is a heel, though.
Yeah.
Miz has problems with Carmella, but they do. Why? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, you could even do a triple threat. It's just weird the way all those numbers are working out. Clearly, something is being done intentionally, where it's not so directly just Wyatt Six and MFTs. It's MFTs as well with that group of four, which is based on two things, I think, titles and also still photo. Yes. They want to get into still photo. If you're in still photo when they want to get into still photo, you're as good as gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Rey Fenix that way. Poor guy. He's just trying to take photos. And here come the MFTs. Okay, sorry. Frankie in Long Island. What's up, Frankie?
Hey, Sam. Hi, Megan. Happy Wednesday.
Hi.
Very good.
I want to make sure I get that out there.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I wanted to make a complaint about Drew McIntyre. How many world title matches is this guy going to get? Leading up to, let me explain for a second. Leading up to his win at WrestleMania 40 against Seth, how many times did he face Seth until they said, finally, you know what, we'll give him the title? This is basically happening again with Cody Rhodes. How many matches are they going to give with Cody Rhodes until eventually he just win the title off of Cody?
Well, number one, that was 2 years ago, dog. WrestleMania 40 leading up to Seth. You're getting on his case for that? He gave you a whole year with CM Punk after that. That's not fair. That's not right.
No.
That's not nice.
That's on Drew. And the booking. Like, how many times until they eventually just give him the title?
Well, no. It's very. First of all, I think they should give him the title, but I'm a strong advocate for Drew McIntyre as WWE champion. But this is logical, right? Where you look at it and you go, okay, He lost to Cody Rhodes at WrestlePalooza. That's legitimate. You're 100% right. As the main event of PLE, he lost to Cody Rhodes. He had a number 1 contenders match with Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu got his teeth knocked out of his mouth, so he couldn't wrestle. So Cody's the one who insisted on the match, not Drew. Cody insisted on the match, and Cody blew the finish by hitting him with the title. That is not, you can't go, well, you already had a match and Cody hit you with the belt, so you don't get another one. That's not fair. That's not right. So we are 100% logically, storyline-wise, narratively speaking, we have a clear-cut path that Drew McIntyre should be asking for a title match, demanding a title match.
I'm not saying he doesn't get a title match. I'm just saying how many times is he going to have opportunities against world champions in the past 2 years.
Well, I see what you're saying, Frankie. You're 100% right. Okay. Thank you. Which is why, and this is why, and people don't understand, this is why I advocate for somebody like Drew McIntyre to get Cena's last match. Because they go like, well, what does Drew McIntyre need that for? He's already Drew McIntyre. It's the same way when people are like, why does Brock Lesnar need to beat the streak? He's already Brock Lesnar. Yeah, but now he's Brock Lesnar who beat the streak. Like, it's a different thing. I think Drew McIntyre has gotten title matches because he's firmly positioned right now as the credible top-of-the-card heel who loses the big match. He's not the guy that you walk in and you go, I think this might be it for the babyface. He's the guy that you walk in and you go, oh, it's time for the babyface to get his just deserves. You know what I mean? Like, it's time for the babyface to get what he's earned and conquer this mountain. Not, oh, he's fighting Brock Lesnar. I don't know if he can beat Brock Lesnar. I think if Drew were to beat John Cena now or win the title from Cody Rhodes, then you can get into that position of, well, now Drew is the guy. Drew is the champion level guy, not the guy that the champion beats. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I feel like with Drew, we've been waiting forever. I mean, he has the moment, but it's during the COVID era.
We've been waiting since 2020.
Yes.
We've been waiting since Royal Rumble 2020, I would argue.
Yeah, and we've watched the frustration build and build over time.
Yeah.
And it did the whole year with CM Punk.
Yeah.
Culminates at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Yeah. Yeah,
he's bored at work, and he loses the title.
What, because he was bored at work, yeah.
I love that T-shirt, though. I'm
the
so
bored
happy.
At work T-shirt?
Yeah, so happy to exist.
Yeah. I also love the T-shirt of the meme of Drew posing in front of CM Punk's WrestleMania main event Dreams tombstone. But yeah. I mean, look, it gets complicated because I do kind of wonder. I mean, the world title picture is crowded because you have this like insane mix of young guys coming up, established guys, and technically legends. You know, the AJ Styles, John Cena, CM Punks. That's who I would put in that category, and Brock Lesnar as well. Like, that's who I put in that category. So you have to find a spot for Drew to fit in. And where does Drew fit in a way that you still end up getting a Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton match? You still end up getting a CM Punk versus Roman Reigns match. You still end up with all this stuff, and Drew is in that mix. You know, that's a tough nut to crack.
I was so excited to see the announcement yesterday from Aldis because I sort of thought ahead of Friday Night SmackDown when Jacob Fatu got his teeth knocked out, I thought, oh.
Who did that, by the way?
I don't know. Do you have any theories?
I have many theories.
I mean, a lot of people think it's Drew McIntyre.
No, because he said he didn't do it.
So you just believe him?
Yeah,
I didn't do it. That's it.
He said, you know me, I wouldn't do that. And I go, I guess you wouldn't, Drew.
That's it. That's all it took to sell you on it.
That's all it took to sell me. I don't think he did it. I think it was, you know who it might have been? I think it could have been, it could have been the MFTs, obviously.
Yeah, that's candidate number 1 in my mind.
Right.
And Drew's number 2.
I think there's a world where this is Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
Wow.
Because everybody's talking about Jacob Fatu. Every time you have a conversation about who's the future of that roster.
Yeah, it's Braun Breaker and it's Jacob Fatu.
That doesn't sound like it's what the Vision wants.
No. They want total control. I like that theory, Sam.
Boom.
Now, a lot of people wouldn't think
Bring me
that
instead of AI, you know?
How about that? You probably asked AI about this.
ChatGPT gave me that one. I got that one from Sam Altman.
That's how you show prep.
Yeah.
Show prep with AI.
That's right.
I like it because a lot of people wouldn't see it coming because Raw and SmackDown, different brands.
But if they want total
control.
Yeah, of course.
That would mean all brands, any brand.
What did Paul Heyman say when they were justifying the attack on Seth Rollins? They want to be WrestleMania main eventers. What does everybody say about Jacob? I mean, every single conversation, what do they say about Jacob Fett? WrestleMania main eventer.
I got another theory for you. It just came to me right now.
Okay,
no
good.
AI. You can prove that because I haven't been looking at AI. What if it's Obafemi? Haven't seen him on NXT in a while. Comes up.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Are you going to kick me out for a bad idea?
No. That's not a green bubble bad idea. It's a fine idea.
Thank you.
It's a fine idea. My problem is that it only ends in one place, and that's Jacob beating Obafemi, it feels like it's that hot shot, but then cools off, and then what do you do with Oba?
I don't know.
Right.
I'm going to have to ask AI.
Yeah, we'll ask AI. Let's go to Gunner in West Virginia. What's up, Gunner?
Hey guys, good afternoon to you, Megan and Sam. And I'm going back to Isaac Yankem on the Jacob Fatu, like I said the other day. So I'm thinking that we keep chasing the world title, having it vacant. I mean, Undertaker always said the best thing that he ever did for the world title was chase after it. And I'm okay with having it vacant for a little bit and just kind of seeing. I mean, look, guys, Seth Rollins just, quote-unquote, dropped the belt. We just had this injury, and we're already talking about, who's the next world champion? There's been instances where we've gone, 2-3 months with like a tournament and, not having a world title. So I think it's okay just to build a storyline, which is what I love. I love a good storyline. So let's go ahead and let it go for a little bit, let it stew.
When did we go 3 months without a world champion?
I think he's thinking about how, like, when the new title was introduced.
That's
like
not the
World
same. That doesn't mean it's vacated. There is no champion. Yeah. It doesn't exist.
But I think we've had a tournament in the past. I can't remember. I'm 42 years old, so I'm old and I'm forgetful. But, I've been watching wrestling since
I'm sure
I
it was
was
a tag,
10,
dog.
So. I'm okay with it being vacant.
Interesting.
Let's let it build. And we need more heels. We don't have I know Drew's a good heel, but we need more heels.
I like heels. I don't think that's wrong. Thank you, Gunner. And again, also just more of a reason to push Drew McIntyre further. It would be interesting to see, right? And the only way to really know is to just do it. But would you, if you kept the title vacant and had multiple people fighting for the opportunity to get that title, would you increase its value? The fact that it's not on a champion. Because my first thought is, well, when The Undertaker said that, he was not chasing a title. He was chasing a champion. Mm-hmm. And that's a logic stream you can follow, right? And it's like, I'm rooting for The Undertaker to beat Yokozuna. I'm rooting for this to happen. But do you build value in the title by having, 12 people chasing it? Maybe. It's possible. But
I mean, you already have like 12 people chasing it now anyways.
I know, but I guess because you do. But then if you put it on somebody, you've kind of answered the question. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm playing devil's advocate here because I am pro having a champion wear a title. But Michael in North Carolina.
This is Morant, Samuel L. Roberts. Good to talk to y'all today.
Thank you very much.
I think this is very simple in terms of who main events.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree that the most interesting match that the fans will be most interested in, that typically is what should close the card out? Would you guys agree with that?
You know what I hate? When people do the question game. I can't stand it. Yes, Michael, I would agree with that. The most interesting match should be the main event.
Listen, if you don't agree with it, just tell me to shut up.
No, I don't like it when people are like because they try to walk me into making their point, and I'm like, no, that's not a suitable way to argue. But you said, yes, you're right. No, but yes, you're right.
Okay, so take 5 seconds. Don't take 30 seconds. Take 5 seconds. What match would you rather see?
Michael
Jey Uso versus CM Punk or Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes? 5 seconds. What match would you rather see?
Would you like to answer, Megan?
Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Oh, you liar.
Yes. See, because I knew it. I knew. Michael was on his anti-Cody Rhodes propaganda campaign, and I am so glad that you said that. In your face, Michael. How does that feel?
That blonde bum cannot. Not, excuse me. The blonde bum. Cody Rhodes,
You talking about Megan?
Am I a blonde bum?
We love Megan Morant. That
Thank you.
blonde bum Cody Rhodes can go pound sand.
Thank you, Michael.
He says that, but then the music hits, and nobody is calling Cody a blonde bum.
Nobody. Radio callers, little tweets and everything. And then, boom, boom, wrestling. And you go, oh, he's here. He's really here. Every single time.
I almost think that Punk Jey has to go first.
The more I think about it, the more I agree with you.
And what a way to start the show.
Huge way to start the show.
The entire crowd chanting CM Punk, and then Jey Uso entering through the crowd.
And I also have to believe that match is going to end on some kind of angle.
That's why I think it has to go first.
Right. That there's some, whether it's a Jimmy and Jay angle, whether it's a Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed angle, whether it's a CM Punk involved angle, like whether, even if a champion gets crowned and the whole thing happens, there's still, I feel like that is a storied, a deep storied match where coming off of that, you're not just talking about who the champion is, you're talking about the angle. And I think that while we could have an angle in the Cody match, it could also just be Cody beats Drew and the good guy holds the championship up.
Or it could be Drew beats Cody and we have a new champion.
God, don't say it. Could be.
You just said 5 minutes ago you're an advocate for Drew McIntyre as a champion, and now you go, don't say it.
Well, I'm not an advocate for Cody losing.
Well, you can't have both things.
I have this cake that I'm trying to save forever, and then I'm also trying to have a couple bites. And I feel like that's okay. I don't think that that's as big a deal as people think it is. I think it's very possible.
Well, they do say two things can be true at the same time.
And that's what this is. That's exactly what this is.